Fuck you, CG. Fuck you. That's how I want to start my video. Just by fuck you, CG. You're a shit company. You're scummy, and what you're currently doing right now with the Jedi Knight Luke coming, and you're just so soon and everything, and just everything you're doing lately. Fuck you. Okay, with that out of the way, we're probably going to talk shit about them a little bit more throughout the video, but let's just get right into the video. Jedi Knight Luke is coming to the game, and he's coming much sooner than expected. He's coming, just 2 days, 3 days, depending on the time zone. But yeah, the journey continues for Luke Skywalker. So high hold heroes from June 15th to the 25th. That's June, not July. June. That's literally in a few days. So basically, by the time this video comes up, you will have at most like nine days probably to get everything in order. And this isn't going to be an easy event. This is relic character, and you need lots of them. So take on the Empire on Hoth, defeat your greatest fears on Dagobah, and face your final test against your father on Cloud City to earn 7-star Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. The journey continues. Events for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker will take you to Luke's quest to become a Jedi Knight in the Empire Strikes Back. So he will be named Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. He will have the light side, attacker, leader, and Jedi tag. He won't have the rebel tag, even though I probably think he should have gotten that, but I don't know, maybe it's on balancing, that you could use Han Solo or someone like that, that could greatly boost him. Highlights from him: counter speed-based teams with powerful leader abilities, and with that they probably mean the Galactic Legends, because they are insanely fast. Grant massive buffs to Jedi allies with Jedi's will. Heroes arise, call all Jedi allies to assist, and provides them with health and protection recovery. And I will just say that he has anti-Old Republic Jedi abilities, so they don't want you to use Jedi Knight Revan or Bastila Shan, Jolie, any of the Old Republic Jedi, so those with Old Republic tag. So those will not get the same benefit as regular Jedi will. So the synergy suggestions are Hermit Yoda, General Kenobi, General Skywalker, and Grandmaster Yoda. Of course. I think also some other could be Ahsoka. You could have a General Anakin Skywalker. I think still maybe Jolie Binder, just for the sake that he can revive all Jedi, so he could still be powerful, and you would need to focus him down first. Imagine you take down Jedi Luke Skywalker, and then Jolie just brings him back, so he could be a problem. And I think even though it's anti-Old Republic tag, maybe Jedi Knight Revan can be useful just with Mark. But it's kind of something that has been tested and all that, and maybe some of the bad Jedis can be useful. Just basically any Jedi. Maybe Ayla Secura, or yeah, just basically anybody. But we'll have to test it out. But yeah, I think Hermit, Kenobi, Skywalker, and Yoda will be some of the top ones. So for the event, you will require a couple units, as you see here, and please note it says required. It says required, not that it's recommended, it's required, so you will need to have them at minimum Relic 3, and that's quite disappointing to me, especially with the event launching so soon, because there's no way, absolutely no way a free-to-play can even manage to get them, unless they've somewhat been hoarding all their gear, that they were going to spend on either getting Supreme Leader Kylo Ren or Rey. So probably there are some of you there that have your lucky day, or someone that has hoarded crystals. I think I have like 24 crystals hoarded, but I won't be trying to even spend towards getting the Jedi Knight Luke unlock, I think, because I just don't think there's no way I can make it. So right here, you will need Commander Luke Skywalker, which is another hero's journey, which you will need 5 characters for, but most people already have him if you play for a long time. Here you got Rebel Officer Leia Organa, and you got Captain Han Solo, and in a way it disappoints me a little bit, because at least Rebel Officer Leia Organa, and not Captain Han Solo as much, but Rebel Officer Leia Organa, but because she is a hot character, hot territory battle character, and basically no guild, unless you're in pretty low guild, is running hot territory battle anymore. So if you're new to the game, if you miss the whole hot territory battle period, you're out of luck, because you will need to be spending the I think it's the MK2 guild event tokens, so it's the important one you will need to be spending to get Rebel Officer Leia Organa shout, which I think is quite disappointing. You will need Captain Han Solo, Wampa, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, C-3PO, Lando Calrissian, Hermit Yoda, You know, Hermit Yoda and Wampa, you know, are Guild Event 1 tokens, you know, which you will get plenty of, you know, which you also have had to spend on getting Darth Malak, you know, General Skywalker. Then you have Chewbacca, which is another legendary. Darth Vader, you know, you can, I think it's the fleet you can farm in him, and you get him from some of the achievements too. C-3PO, another legendary, and then you have Lando, which is a cantina farm. So out of this, you have Wampa and Hermit Yoda, which requires you to use the Get 1 tokens you have, and that takes quite some time to save up to get them to 7-star if you haven't started. You got Chewbacca and C-3PO, which is, and Commander like, or rather Chewbacca and C-3PO, which is legendary. Then you got Commander Luke Skywalker, which is Hero's Journey. And then you got 2 cantina farms, Lando and Captain Han Solo. And then we got Rebel Officer Leo Gunn, which is a territory battle reward, or Guild Event token 2, so it's quite disappointing in that. And you would need 2 ships, you know, any capital ship at 7-star, you know, most have Akbar, and you know, basically you basically have 1 capital ship at 7-star. And you would need Hans Millennium Falcon, and which is until X-Wing. You know, most people do that too, but Hans Millennium Falcon, you know, event or legendary event 2, so you get an insane amount of, you know, high-end characters that takes lots and lots of time to earn. So it's definitely a top-tier way to get someone, because this isn't some. No, if you don't have them, you just simply can't buy yourself to Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker right now, unless you know they decide to, you know, just throw up all the legendary events right away and release packs for them. But on that, you just simply can't buy yourself them unless you know you already got them prepared, or you have to wait until the next legendary events or something. Or I think maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot. They're probably in the. Do forget about it. Those are probably in whatever you know, where you can just do the legendaries. I think everybody is right here in the legendary journey guide, whatever they call it. So yeah, we probably can get Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, and all of those right away. So I'm sorry about that. I was mistaken about that, and I will take full responsibility for that. But event details: Jedi Knight Luke's event will return in the future and will later be added as permanent event to the Journey's Guide. Okay, Journey's Guide scroll. Yeah, so all legendary probably will be there. So I'm sorry for saying you probably couldn't get them, because I think you can get all of them. I'm not sure if this. I think maybe it's just Darth, not Darth Maul, but General Skywalker that's not available. So I'm sorry for that. But yeah, approximately a year after release. So yeah. But then, now that you've seen, you know, all the requirements, which is shit, basically shit, you will need a relic tree, you know, it's basically just like the Galactic Legends, except, you know, he doesn't count as a Galactic Legend, and it's a hero's journey, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters near that minimum relic tree. I would have been much more fun if it, you know, was more proper hero's journey. You know, I remember one time it said that hero's journey is more about the adventure. You know, it's not about the gear or anything, it's more about the adventure, and you know, just basically needing that 7-star would almost be enough, but it looks like they're gone back on that word, and now you need high relics for them. So yeah, it's quite disappointing, because I was hoping, you know, they would be a little bit lower. So they also released this kit, so let's move on to that. So here we got, you know, the same picture here with the synergy. So his name would be Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. He will have light side alignment. He will have attacker, light side, has a leader, and Jedi in categories. Stalwart Jedi hero of legend who has ascended to victorious heights alongside his Jedi allies through his will of the Force. So his abilities, first off, is his basic prevailing strike. No final text: dispel all debuffs and deal physical damage to target enemy, then reduce the critical damage by 10% stacking, which is new, you know, reduce critical damage by 10%. And then, you know, you can basically make, you know, critical damage viable characters, now render them a little bit more useless, because this will stack. And then Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker gains 10% protection, stacking to 100% max protection until end of the encounter. This ability can't be countered. So here we see a nice little animation for it, and you know, it can't be countered, so you know, you can attack anybody freely who you want, and no counter will come of it. Then moving on to Special 1, Stalwart Advance, which has a cooldown of 3. Final text: deal physical damage to target enemy and call another target ally to assist. Target enemy is inflicted with blind for 2 turns. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker gains Jedi's will for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled, copied, or prevented. If another target ally is a Jedi who is not Old Republic, and here we can see, the anti-Old Republic, because it's specifically said who is not Old Republic. So Old Republic can't take advantage of this. So, and they also gain Jedi's will for 2 turns, unless they're Old Republic. And Jedi's will right here is a new ability or unique. 100% counter chance, 25% offense, 25% speed, and all attacks ignore defense. And it's definitely a huge abilities, and yeah, it will just be so good. And here you can see the Stalwart Advance in action. So definitely a good ability. And then we move on to his special Repulse, which has a cooldown of 5. Final text: inflict stun for 1 turn and vulnerable for 2 turns on all enemies. Until end of encounter, all enemies lose 10% max health and protection, stacking to a max of 50%. Repulse on raid bosses, dealing damage 3 times and vulnerable for 2 turns. So we can't reduce max health and protection on raid boss, but that's pretty standard for a lot of ability, because he's not the first to have a different ability from raid bosses. This ability can't be evaded or resisted. So as we can see here, and nice little animation for that too. He uses his force right here, and stuns all enemies and yeah. So here we have a unique one. Here we have his first Zeta ability, Jedi Knight Resolve. Final text: each time Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is damaged, he gains 5% turn meter and 5% offense, stacking for a max of 25%, so even more offense. So he's going to be having high damage with everything that he does in his kit, until he uses Prevail Strike on his turn. Prevail Strike, which is basic. So if you're targeting Jedi Knight Luke, you will boost him with turn meter and offense. And when he attacks out of turn or is critical hit, he gains 2% speed, stacking max 20 until end of a counter. So you can stack another additional 20 speed. And at the end of each other Jedi ally's turn, excluding Old Republic Jedi, again anti-Old Republic, so no Jedi Knight Revan, no Jolee, no Bastila Shan. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker gains 10% turn meter. So at the end of this is at the end of each Jedi ally's turn, excluding the Old Republic. He will gain 10% turn meter. So combined with that, then he gets some extra turn meter here. He will also get a lot of turn meter bonus and take a lot of extra turns. So it's not just damage that he has. And then Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is immune to stun and fear. This is unique. We don't have any visuals for it. But being immune to stun and fear is pretty big. So that means Darth Revan can't fear him. You won't be able to stun. Padme that has the stun that you can dispel and all that, probably won't walk then. So yeah, basically the only thing that can kind of hinder him with is try and get offensive down or ability block, so he can't use stuff. And then as we mentioned earlier, he has the leader tag, so he's a leader ability, and this is his second Zeta. This one is called the Return of the Jedi, and I'll give it to them. I like the name, but still, fuck you CG. So final text: all light side allies have 15% critical chance and critical damage, double for Jedi allies. So this doesn't say anything about not being Old Republic, so they will still benefit from this at least. So that means if you have all Jedi team, you will get 30% critical chance and 30% critical damage, if everybody is Jedi. And at the start of each of Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker's turn, all enemies are reduced to his base speed until the end of the encounter, and the speed can't be manipulated after the speed is set. His base value is recorded at the start of the encounter before any buffs or debuffs are applied, and this leader ability does not affect raid bosses and does not activate if the enemy side also has a similar ability or galactic legends. Okay, so this basically means that if he's in the leader slot at the start of his turn, the enemy speeds will get set to his base value. That is, unless it's a raid boss is unaffected by this. If there's an opposite Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, it will cancel themselves out, because both have them, so they will be cancelled out, that's confirmed. And it will not trigger on Galactic Legends. So Galactic Legends Rey, Galactic Legends, or not, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you know, won't be affected by this. So at the start of the encounter, all Jedi allies, excluding Old Republic, you know, again more Old Republic, gain the granted ability Heroes Arise. So Heroes Arise dispel all debuffs on all allies, then call all Jedi allies to assist, dealing 20% less damage. All Jedi allies, excluding Old Republic Jedi, recover 25% health and protection, and gain Jedi's Will for 2 turns, which is up here. Jedi's Will, you know, 100% conscience, offense, speed, and attacks ignore defense. Then Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is granted 100% turn meter. This ability is on a shared cooldown between allies who have I'm sorry. This ability is on a shared cooldown between allies who have Heroes Arise and is immune to cooldown manipulation. So cooldown of 10. I mean, you know, you Jedi, you know, assuming you have a full Jedi team, you know, would need to go 10 times, you know, for this ability to work. So yeah, that's Luke Skywalker's kit, or Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker's kit. It looks pretty OP, and I have no doubt that he, together, you know, with the Jedi, will become the new meta and take on Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Especially when you have, you know, characters General Skywalker, General Kenobi, you know, which is already so top tier and used in so many teams. Especially General Skywalker, which you know is hard enough to get on himself. So yeah, I think he will be a pretty OP character. But you know, as we've seen here, you know, you will need 9 characters at Relic 3. So it's a lot of work, and most people won't be getting it now because it's starting on June 18th, which in 3 days time, and then lasts until 25th. So you know, at best you have, you know, like 9-10 days to get, you know, 9 characters to Relic 3, and I definitely won't be doing anything. I got Commander Luke Skywalker at gear 13, her at like gear 8 on gear 8. Then him at gear 7 probably, Chewbacca at gear 11, Darth Vader at 12, C-3PO at 9, Lando at like 8, Hermit Yoda at 10. So I'm not even close, and I still haven't gotten any Galactic Legends yet, so do I continue or not? But I think I will get Galactic Legends Rey first. I only got a Resistance Hero Finn and a Resistance Pilot, and I need a total of 4 gear pieces left on them before I could start the ticket farms. I think I might be doing that first and then going all out for Luke Skywalker, because it probably won't be returning for, you know, a couple of months. But I do urge everybody who wants Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, you know, do not stop farming for him. You know, get all the characters, gear them. You know, don't think that you have a day off where you basically can do anybody else. You know, you think, oh, I have time to Relic 7 my Malak, and you just unlock them, so you need a lot of gear. You know, no, you don't. Just don't do it. Is my advice. You know, just start as soon as you can on farming, you know, for Luke Skywalker, because I think it will be a top tier character. So yeah, just start right away, because I've seen lots of people make that mistake thinking they can take, you know, 1 week off or something, and then suddenly haven't returned and it's too late. But yeah, that's basically this video. Jedi Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, you know, are you excited? I'm definitely not, especially with all the shit going on right now with CG. You know, tell me down below in the comments, you know, are you excited for him? You know, will you be getting him? Is it a fuck you CG? Because I definitely think it's a fuck you CG with everything going on in the Galactic Legends and everything. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, consider subscribing for more videos, because, you know, as more info or whatever comes out, you know, we still have a road ahead coming. You know, we'll be making videos about that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.